talk about a movie which is kind of Tom Hanks adjacent.
Tom Hanks adjacent, very good. Lightyear, which is the latest Pixar offering a spin-off from the Toy Story franchise, which had, to my mind, already stretched its luck by turning a perfect trilogy into a less perfect but still pretty workable, decent quadrilogy. Now succumbs to prequelitis. So the film begins
Prequelitis. That's good.
The film begins by reminding us that the original Toy Story started off with Andy getting a Buzz Lightyear toy from his favourite movie. And then it says, this is the movie. So we go, oh, this is the movie that Andy saw that made him love Buzz Lightyear, that made him so excited about getting a Buzz Lightyear. So Chris Evans, rather than Tim Allen, provides the voice of Buzz, who is this hot-headed space ranger whose attempts to get his crew home from a difficult situation result in a crash and then some time-travelling, multiverse-adjacent stuff, which leaves him stranded and sad. Luckily, he has a robot cat, voiced by Bitson, who is pretty much the best thing in the film. Here's a clip.
I am Socks, your personal companion robot.
My what?
I was issued by Star Command to ease your emotional transition after your time away.
Oh, well, that's very considerate of you, robot feline, but no thank you.
I'm afraid it's protocol. Sensors indicate you've missed 4 birthdays. Would you like a frosted snack cake to celebrate?
Negative. That would compromise my nutritional regimen.
We can talk about your feelings. I am an excellent listener.
No, look. I've had a very long day. It did not go as planned.
The mission was unsuccessful?
Affirmative.
Oh no, I am so sorry to hear that.
Thank you, Socks.
You're welcome, Buzz. Shall we play a game?
No, thank you.
Are you sure? I can create a game specifically for you, based on your exact personality profile.
Hey, listen, Socks, buddy, I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit the rack.
Of course.
So the rest of the voice cast includes Taika Waititi, Keke Palmer, Dale Soules, James Brolin as the voice of Emperor Zurg. And, okay, so let's do it on the plus side. Pixar's animation designs have never been anything less than spectacular. This is no different. There's loads of space action, interstellar vistas, sci-fi adventure. Reminds you why Pixar is so successful. It was pointed out to me that this is the film that Andy's meant to have seen in 1995. Wow, the visuals in 1995 were so much better than one would expect from 1995. And let's credit Child 3 with that observation.
Who hasn't even seen it?
Who said it last night, and I said, I'm going to use that in a review, and I'm not going to credit you. And you said, well, in that case, I'm going to credit you. However, aside from the eye-wateringly lovely visuals, I think this is the first utterly irrelevant Toy Story movie. If Toy Story 4 was the first Toy Story film that was about the toys, rather than the kids that owned the toys or the parents that, begat the kids, which is really what those stories are about, this jumps the shark by not even being about the toys. You remember when we were reviewing one of the Star Wars movies, and I made a joke about this is getting to the point that you're going to go, you remember that Anglepoise lamp that was in the office of so-and-so? You ever wonder where that came from? Well, here's the backstory of how that Anglepoise lamp... This is that level of, contrivance. It's billed as the definitive origin story. The reductio ad absurdum of origin stories would be closer to the truth. It's soulless. There's none of the wit that made the original Toy Story movies pop. There's none of the brilliant conceit. I mean, the Toy Story worked because the conceit was the toys come alive when the kids aren't there, which is a brilliant idea. It's like a one-sentence pitch. It has none of the emotional oomph that the Toy Story movies had. I mean, the point was the Toy Story movies, they were about toys coming to life, but they weren't about that. They were about growing up and growing pains and parental separation, and had you and me in tears at the end of Toy Story 3. The most interesting thing about Lightyear is the stories that everyone will have read in the press about a scene in which there's a kiss between 2 female characters, and there was a question about whether or not it was going to be in the film or whether or not it was going to be out of the film, and then it was in the film. And then it's resulted in it being banned, as far as we know, in 14 territories. And the film's producer, Galen Sussman, said that she said to Reuters, we're not going to cut out anything, especially something as important as the loving and inspirational relationship that shows Buzz what he's missing by the choices that he's making. So that's not getting cut. It's great that we're part of something that's making steps forward in the social inclusion capacity. Yeah, it is. That's not enough for the movie. I'm really surprised to say this, but it is the first Toy Story movie in which I was never emotionally engaged.
I think I'm shaken to my core. It's a shame, though. But
it is a shame. It is a shame. But
maybe they'll
unfortunately,
stop
it's
now.
true. Yeah, please, enough.
Move on.